there is the story of this woman who was very, very, very sick. But the story of this woman reveals something very, very beautiful. How faith works. When you read and study from the original text the life of this woman, a woman that suffered from a condition that we men do not know, do not understand, because her situation was so peculiar, so tired during almost many years, around 12 years. And she has spent all her means, much money, to find a cure with different doctors. And no one could help her to stop this losing of blood continually. But she heard about Jesus Christ. And then when she heard, perhaps she saw Jesus Christ performing a miracle. So by hearing, that comes faith by hearing, and perhaps because she witnessed an event, she began to accumulate within herself this knowing. And the important point of this story is that she verbalized in her inner being, if I could touch, if I am able to touch the garment. Many scholars believe that it speaks about the tzitzis, which were fringes in the garment of Jesus Christ. If I'm able to touch his fringe, I will be healed. I will be restored. If only I could touch. If I touch. So this repetition, because she speaks within herself, she will say to herself. This was what is known as a concealed faith. This concealed faith of saying to herself, finding Jesus and approaching Jesus in a multitude of people. And she goes perhaps behind Jesus and humbles herself to touch the garment of Jesus. And when she does that, she felt something inside herself. Even the narrative, it says that Jesus felt the touch of the woman. And he asked, who touched me? But the men that were following Jesus said, Master, there is so many people, and you here perhaps with the elbow, shoulder, you've been touching so many other people. Excuse me. But Jesus said, no, someone has touched me with faith. Because I can sense power, force, virtuous power flowing through me. This woman that approached Jesus by faith was able to attract the power of God to herself and receive her healing. She was restored to normal life after many years. She was able to pick up her life again because she approached Jesus by verbalizing within herself, in her inner self, if I touch his tzitzit, his garment, I will be healed. So the woman comes forth and it says, I touch you. And she explains her story, what she have believed, what she has done. She explains, she witnessed to everyone what occurred to her. This was the revelation of her faith. And this revelation of her faith before Jesus Christ and the people who were walking with him became the reward of her faith, because Jesus said, be done according as you believe, according to your own conviction, according to your own thinking, according to your own verbalization, according to your own visualization. A concealed faith becomes a revealed faith, and this brings a rewarded faith. You and I today have the opportunity to learn from the story of this woman in the Gospels. If you read it, and if you imagine, and if you read it 5, 10 times, you will see what I'm telling you, where her pisteo, faith, boom, became a reality. She was rewarded. You and I, we can be rewarded if we have this visualization of the things we have heard. Perhaps we have seen things that we know within ourselves. And if we are humble enough to persevere and we reach out and touch Jesus, his power will come to us and will be manifested. I challenge you, I ask you to consider, will you be happy to consider to change our way of thinking and to rise up our faith to a new level and to act upon it in this way? Come on, join me today. We want to see God's power manifested in our lives, in our families, in our society, for the glory of God. If you liked this short video, give it, like it, and share it with your friends. And I will see you next time. God bless.